Now you're all probably wondering, how did I make my latest project? Well, this video will explain how I make amazing pictures for my videos. First, I type in myself a script so I know what scenes to create and actions the characters will make. When I'm ready to work on a scene where I leave off in the script, I highlight it blue so I know where to start. That's where the drawing comes in. I make sure the drawing fits well within the scene where what the character is doing or saying. And if I made a mistake or two in the drawing, I can just simply erase it and make it look better. I can also do some more editing once it's scanned onto my computer. As I place my drawing in the scanner, I have to make sure it's facing down so it can show up on the screen. Before I have it scanned and saved into my files, I sometimes preview the drawing just to make sure it's in the right direction. And when it looks good, I click Scan so it can be saved into my files. Now that it's saved, I just need to rotate and crop the drawing so it can be ready for some good editing. Then I make the contrast go all the way up so it can be sharp and remove most of the erased pencil marks. Now it's ready to be edited in Clip Studio. Clip Studio Paint is the most useful thing I enjoy using on my computer system. This is where I get to color my drawings, cut out stuff, and edit pictures. Okay, so first I open my recent sketch I just scanned. As you can see, the lines are so smooth when I zoom in. So to make editing look easier for me, I set the contrast all the way up. That way the pixels can look sharp once zoomed in, and it makes it easier for me to edit the lines. I mostly prefer to fix the lines, curves, gaps, corners, marks, and bumps. But it doesn't all have to look so perfect, just as long as I can still fill the colors inside the parts that need to be colored. Here's how I always use the same colors on the same characters. I open some of my previous colored stuff, then I can use the eyedropper tool and select the exact color I want to use. Or I can just right-click on the color and it will automatically eyedrop it. A very good shortcut to use. Now once I have the exact colors I need, or I can pick my own in the color wheel, this is where the magic happens. I just simply color in the drawings and edit every detail that needs to be. Good thing they're divided in layers so I can just keep switching back and forth and select color by color. Once I finish coloring, I now select the checkered texture here. That's to remove background colors. Now to make sure I remove the background correctly, I add a black layer into the background so I can see if I missed any spots that need coloring. And here's one now. Let's color that white pixel black. Alright, looks good and clean. Now let's remove that black layer. Almost done. We just need to make the pixel edges smoother. Watch what happens when I select Filter and Smoothing. In case you missed the difference, I zoom into the image and it looked so pixelated before. But when I set the Smooth filter on, it makes the image look much smoother and better. Now that it's complete, I have to save it as a PNG so the quality can be good and the background will still be invisible. I save loads of PNGs to use for my projects I may plan to make with them. I save characters, pieces, and other PNG files. Now I'm going to show you how I put those fine pieces of art in an awesome detailed background. After I open a picture file of a background I want to use, I open a PNG file of the piece I want to add in there. Then I select all, copy the picture, and paste it in the background. And finally, I change the size and position so it fits in perfectly. Now that the picture is finished, I can save it all into one file. For the final part of this video, I'll show you how I replace and add pictures in the background. I simply cut out the parts I want to put my own pictures in to make it look different and in my own way. Once that's taken care of, I open the files I want to add into those cutout spaces. Then I do some scaling, transforming, and light setting. That's how I added the picture frames and screen monitors in the background to make it look how I want it to. When that's done, I save my work as a high-quality PNG file in my backgrounds I save. Isn't this terrific how I use Clip Studio? I've been using it a lot, and I've been getting a lot better at it. And I'm sure I'll learn some cool new tricks as I keep using it. Coming up, I'll show you how I use tools, models, and make my own scenes in Garry's Mod.